Now listen, all that aside, there are some very important things I have to teach you today, okay? And I want to talk to you about the beginnings of those in April. Many of you have heard me speak before, and I'm just going to tell you something. I spend my life, when it comes to weather forecasting, I don't spend my life, I should say this, chasing the fun bits, the tornadoes, the big hail events, all the crazy stuff that you love to see on social media. And the reason why is that's not ever helped me make a single decision ever about what happens to the U.S. farmer. So instead, I spend my life chasing high pressure. It's super boring. They bring clear skies, light winds, and nothing. And every day I wake up trying to find their position. And I've said this 1,000 times, I'm going to say it to you again. And the reason why I do that is because all of the fun weather, the tornadoes, the hurricanes, all the big wind events that you just saw, all the stuff that's crazy that goes across your social media, all of it bows the knee to high pressure. And this is what happened in April. In the month of April, we had what's called an omega block in the Pacific Ocean. Watch the left-hand side of the diagram. Do you see the Greek letter omega right there? That stopped everything coming from the Pacific and allowed the Bermuda High to slide all the way into the southeast. And that's key. That Bermuda High is one very critical component to our entire growing season. Because the moment the Bermuda High slid into the southeast, the entire southeast up to the mid-Atlantic went bone dry. Why? They're under high pressure, no rain. But between the omega block and the Bermuda High, focused flow from the Gulf all the way to the Great Lakes took the drought that was living there all winter long and erased it in 4 weeks. Non-stop flow, tremendous amounts of rain. And the maps that I'm showing you here, which are from Iowa State, put a number inside of every climate reporting district. The number is based out of the number of years, in this case 134 years worth of data back to 1893. If it's 1, it's the wettest April on record. If it's 134, it's the driest. And if you can get squeezed in between two high pressure cells, oh, it's crazy. That's where all the fun is. But without them, none of the fun exists. So on this particular setup, we kept drought in the plains, we built drought into the southeast, and in the middle, it rained and stormed like mad. Now, I could spend the rest of my 36 minutes just showing you tornado videos from this year. This year's been epic for tornado videos, but I got to show you a couple of my favorite. And this one was crazy up in Michigan. I have never seen in my entire professional career a tornado go across a frozen lake. But it did. And it did a tremendous amount of damage. I mean, have you ever seen this? This is incredible. I watched the video like 50 times. Look at all the debris in this thing as well. We saw massive supercell thunderstorms that popped up all over the central United States. My home state of Illinois took an absolute beating in the months of March and April. See this? This is some satellite data following a supercell that went just south of Chicago near a town called Kankakee. And if you look at this, the little bubbly part on the top, I'll point to it right there, that is shooting at 60,000 feet into the sky. And the anvil surrounding it going into parts of Indiana is about 30,000 feet up. It's incredible to see this. Underneath it, it's rotating violently and produced a pretty massive tornado. One of my colleagues caught a video of it on the side, and you're watching more energy being released into the atmosphere in this video than Iran could ever hope to have in a nuclear arsenal. I'm serious. In fact, there's more in that than the entire US nuclear arsenal. Why does the planet not explode? Because it's not released instantly in a small spot. It's released slowly over a very, very broad area. Underneath it, inside that hook echo that you see right there on radar, it produced a massive tornado. Got one picture of it. Just incredible to see this. But it was also chucking out massive hail. That is a new state record holder for Illinois. That's our new biggest one. Interestingly enough, it does not even compare to the biggest one in US history. That stone right there measured 7 inches across. The biggest one that we've ever seen was another full 1.5 inches wider and 19 inches around. That one fell in South Dakota in 2010. Now, shortly after the internet gave us this one, and it was verified by the National Weather Service, we saw that one. And all of us meteorologists were like, holy crap, that's a world record holder if it is in fact real. And a little bit of investigation started to happen, and apparently the guy never saved this. And we got a little worried because we're looking at the hailstone and into the freezer. And I've been caught by this once before. I spent 15 years of my life as a professor of atmospheric sciences at the University of Illinois. And we had a nasty thunderstorm that hit during a fall football game. This was several years ago. And I had some of my students that went to the football game and tailgated and drank way too much pull out the big clump at the bottom of the cooler where all the ice kind of congeals together, pulled it out and rolled it in some dirt, and took a picture of it and said, Snodgrass, this fell out of that storm just south of town. And I looked at that picture, which was a little blurry, as all pictures are. Like Bigfoot pictures are blurry, World Record hailstone pictures are blurry. And I'm like, oh my gosh. And I called the National Weather Service. I'm like, hang on to it, boys. We got a record holder. And after I called the National Weather Service, I got the follow-up email with the guy holding the big igloo cooler. It's like, no, it's Snodgrass. We pulled it out of our cooler. Don't call the National Weather Service. I already had. But so we got to be careful with some of this stuff. But I will tell you this. This is a real picture. My mother-in-law took it. On the backside of those storms, we have these beautiful clouds called mammatus. And every time you see something like this, boy, you are near a powerhouse of a storm system. And there's no doubt that we had a lot of severe weather.